Hello everyone, welcome to this conference. We are Adrià Francés, José Antonio Méndez and me, Aleix Granero, and today we are going to analyze the article Measuring Leadership in Self-Managed Teams Using the Competing Values Framework done by Zaft, Adam and Matkins in 2009.
First of all, let's talk about the importance of this article and this topic. Interpersonal communication involves the face-to-face exchange of ideas, thoughts, feelings, and emotions between two or more people, including verbal and non-verbal communication. In the business world, headhunters are looking for candidates with interpersonal skills as they contribute to the efficiency of teamwork and business communications. This course seeks to help the students to develop those interpersonal skills, of which communication, motivation, time management, and leadership stand out. Although all of them are equally important, we have decided to analyze this article and this topic, which focuses on leadership for one simple reason. It explains new concepts we have never heard before and which we consider very interesting. That revolve around a new type of leadership, the shared leadership. In this idea, leadership is distributed among all the individuals in the team according to their skills, abilities, and the task. Teamwork and communication skills are two of the attributes most desired by employers in the engineering sector, but studies show that students lack of these skills. But how can this be possible if, since we are young, we have worked in groups in school, high school, and university? We asked ourselves this question too, and that's why we finally decided to delve into this article.
The main aim of this article is to demonstrate how the application of the competing value framework to self-managed teams assists engineering educators to understand how to measure leadership within this context and facilitate an increased awareness of the students in a team, and so increase effectiveness of the team. In order to demonstrate it, an analysis on 81 engineering students who participated in self-managed teams for one semester has been carried out. The managerial behavior instrument measured the use of the 4 leadership profiles of the competing values framework, then allowed the researcher to determine the presence of high or low behavioral complexity in each group and to relate this characteristic to performance in terms of grades and also attitude. And another objective of this article is to understand the type of leadership roles necessary for achieving a highly effective team to be able to design the teamwork curricula and teamwork training based on the leadership strengths and skills of the components of the team. This study is very significant for engineering education because it provides a theory and framework for understanding leadership in teams.
Okay, so which are the key ideas that we can extract from this article? The first key idea will be that students at the university level need to be better prepared to work successfully in teams, because it has been seen that teamwork and communication skills are two of the most desired attributes in the engineering sector, and studies show that students lack these skills. Then another important idea is that there are also other forms of leadership not centered on the team leader, such as the shared leadership, where leadership is divided among all the individuals of the team depending on their abilities, their skills, and the task. Another important concept is a theory, the competing values framework. This theory provides an understanding of how a team is effective depending on their roles and skills. This theory says that for a leader to be effective in a team, it is essential that he or she adopts a wide range of behaviors. So a leader that behaves in this way will be a high behavioral complexity leader and will be more effective. According to this theory, there are 4 types of leadership profiles. The first one relating to people, producing results, leading change, and finally managing processes. In order to demonstrate this theory, the authors of this article went to a university in the USA and made there a study. In this study, the professor divided all the students in different groups to ensure diversity, and the objective was to make a project during all the semester. At the end, in order to analyze results, 3 different types of measures were taken into consideration in the study. First of all, the project rates in order to measure the performance of the team. then a survey to measure the leadership profile of all the students or leadership profiles, and another survey to measure the attitude of the students. At the end of the project, the conclusions were that, well, the study showed that teams with high behavioral complexity obtained better grades than teams with low behavioral complexity. But why this idea is so important? Because, well, educators and industry can better understand the type of leadership roles necessary for achieving a highly effective team and to obtain better results. Finally, it is important to say that this study shows that this idea has a lot of potential and can enhance teamwork, but it's important to take into consideration that there is still a lot of research to be done.
Several conclusions can be extracted from this article. First of all, the fact that the competing values framework, well applied to self-managed teams, can help engineering educators to understand how to measure leadership in this context. We believe that it is through identifying and understanding these four leadership profiles that engineering students will have a greater awareness of their role within the team and consequently increase effectiveness. Also, this study brings to the forefront the importance of leadership in engineering teams and how to begin to measure leadership within those teams. The data from this study indicates that leadership roles are important and should be taken into account when designing a team in order to ensure the team effectiveness. Board and shared leadership researchers have called for more research in this area, and in response, an initiative has been taken to identify how best to measure leadership in this context. So, this study has proposed an instrument that can be used to identify the four key leadership functions to be used in teams, developed the first phase of scoring system for this instrument, provided a framework and recommendations for measuring leadership in teams within the classroom, and addressed many of the limits associated with this research.
Okay, so what can we extrapolate from the analyzed article to the business reality? As has been seen in the previous section, and as well in the article analyzed and reflected in the essay, building a good team increases team performance, and this paramount for work teams of students, which is the case where the analysis for the article has been done, but this can be extrapolated also to the world of work, and is therefore of equal importance for work teams within a company. If companies emphasize the key components of management, such as customers, stakeholders, employees, and leadership, they outperform those without these cultural characteristics. So, after reading this article, we encourage company managers to read up on the subject and, if they think it's appropriate, to implement it when creating teams for specific functions, or at least to analyze the leadership profiles of the components of the teams that are underperforming or not performing so well, and see what they lack in order to solve it. Perhaps adding another member with totally different profiles would solve the underperforming team. And that's all. Thank you very much for your attention. And now we encourage you to read more about this subject, the subject of the article, because building a competent team with the leadership profiles and behavioral complexity could be the difference between succeeding as a company or not. So we encourage you to read more about it.